Yes, sir, we promised you a great main event here tonight. Yes, sir, we promised you a great main event here tonight. Only here tonight. Only here tonight.
Yo, 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 what up, guys? I'm Big Dog, and in front of me, wow, I went straight to it. I'm ready for business today, guys.
I know, usually you always fuck it up talking about yourself for a good 10, 20 minutes.
So let me tell you about my week, bro. We went to this live event, but right before I get into it, in front of me, I have the lovely, the beautiful, the gorgeous, the notorious Tony, baby. How are you, brother?
I'm doing all right.
Damn, that's fantastic to hear, bro. And welcome back, the one, the only, the one we missed last week so much, Senor Don Gato. How are you, sir?
Fine, and you? What's up, guys?
Damn, bro, we literally missed you last week.
I know.
We did. Damn, that sass, though. He brushed it off his shoulders and everything. I love it. I love it. Love that sass. Anyways, going back to it, guys. We were privileged to go to a WWE live event this Monday, which wasn't bad, but like I told these guys, I thought the last one was way better, and Tony's taking selfies as I take the story, as tell the story.
No, sorry, I'm just looking at like Instagram videos of like WWE superstars. So.
Oh, okay.
And one just kind of caught me off guard. I was like, nice.
Cool. Hey, at least you're keeping within the job, so I appreciate you. Anyways, back to it. Like I was telling you guys, this event, well, wow.
Sorry.
No, I know. This event wasn't as great as the last one, but it was still pretty good because you get to see the superstars, you know.
Yeah, last time it was a little bit better. But I mean, you hated it because of the crowd, apparently, right, Julio?
Oh, dude, that crowd was dead. Like, I wanted to have so much fun, and these motherfuckers were bringing me down.
Yeah, and in case you guys don't know, it was in our hometown of El Paso, Texas.
Shout out to El Paso, Texas.
And it was on a SmackDown live show.
Yeah. Yo, did you guys see how Charlotte's face was like, oh, I really have to be here? Like, since she got up there, too, when she left, she was like, I'm done.
Yeah, I was like, hey, that looks like my face every time.
Dick facts.
True.
It was like when Kevin Owens saw the popcorn spilled on the floor and he just looked at it like, what a dirty ass city.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I mean, I recorded it, so I'll show it to you guys later.
Right.
When he came out, right in the ramp, there was like popcorn spilled, and he stopped right in front of it, and he looked at it like for a good 3 seconds. He nodded his head and just went up the ring, and I started laughing. That shit was pretty funny. Yeah. Shout out to Kevin Owens. Shout out to one of the greatest out there.
Yeah. I mean, the show, it was surprisingly, it was like full of talent. Like,
right.
I don't think anyone was kept off in terms of like the matches we had, but there was a couple of low moments where, like, I guess the crowd wasn't into it as much. I mean, the crowd was kind of weak to begin with, but some of the matches themselves, like, I don't know, they just lost my interest.
Well, I feel it was like a WWE crowd. Last time it was more like a Marks crowd.
Yeah.
This time was more like a WWE little kid kind of show.
Yeah, definitely. That's exactly what I was going to bring up. Like, what I did notice, like, I was the only idiot in the section, like, actually fucking screaming at the top of my lungs.
Usually the only idiot in the sections.
No, I'm the idiot too. Like one time one of the moments we're chanting Rusev Day, and then Julio decides to stop, and without letting me know, so I'm just chanting like 2 extra more chants of Rusev Day with.
Nah, you stopped immediately. Quiet. You got shy.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I did one extra chant though.
I think it was like 3 spots where I started a chant and nobody followed, but I carried on for like 2 more freaking chants. I was like, no, nobody killed it. Yeah, that, and then I was the only idiot going sweet after every 2. Like I even felt like a retard after a while. I was like, sweet, god damn it. That was just a natural instinct, man. But this crowd, what I was noticing a lot, like I was saying, is that it was a lot of little kids, man. Like, I would hear the occasional mark like myself, like on the side. I would hear a good little crowd on the floor section, but apart from that, I would hear a lot of little kids. Like that's all I would hear.
Yeah, well, I mean, we got there pretty early, like about 6:45, 7 o'clock. The show started at 7:30.
Yeah,
and then the people piling in, getting to their seats, like it was just a bunch of kids with their parents. Like there wasn't really like a group of like 3-4 guys or girls in their teens or anything. Like it was mostly little kids and then their parents who were only there just because their kid wanted to go.
I think the reason too is because it was like the first one, like you mentioned, Jose. Like all the marks finally got to see it, and it was basically almost the same roster. It was just this time we got all of the women. Only difference, different matches too, of course.
I mean, it was the first time you saw AJ Styles in El Paso. Last time. Yeah, that's why all the marks went.
True. That, and this time, like the reason I liked it, this time I got to see him as a champ. I got to see Charlotte as the champ, so that was two birds with one stone. Shout out to Charlotte out there.
Not only that, I mean, SmackDown kind of sucks now.
Yeah.
So the marks are not interested in watching anything that has to do with SmackDown.
Right. Like you saw him not too long ago, a few months ago. So why come again to basically the same thing? I mean, as a mark, you think that like this time you hesitated to actually go.
The only reason I went, it was my little brother.
Yeah. Shout out to the little brothers, little sisters out there. Tony being my little brother.
Well, I'm older than you.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, baby. Anyways, guys. Straight to the WWE / indie scene. The news, the updates. We bring it fresh to you, baby. What's been going on, Jose?
So you guys want to start with the Velveteen Dream?
Yes, that's probably the biggest. Because I mean, especially because it was swept under the rug, pretty much.
All right. To quote him correctly, his whole tweet was, "If I can shoot for a minute, I'm beyond irritated by the indie guys coming into NXT, taking up spots, living out their dreams, pretending to be actual talent, or as we put it, superstars. I'm homegrown talent and I breed success on my own terms. Reactions prove it. Facts are facts.
Damn.
If anyone under contract has issue with it, that dream is easy to find."
Damn. Shout out to the Velveteen Dream for being amazing as always, even on the Twitter machine.
Yeah, so even if it's a work or a shoot or whatever, I think it's very smart for him to say this. Even if he doesn't believe it or if he believes it, I don't care. This is just going to make his future feuds a little bit more meaningful.
Right.
I don't know who's the next opponent of the Velveteen Dream. I truly don't know. I haven't even kept up with the spoilers of NXT. What is the Velveteen Dream doing right now?
Yeah. I would assume it's Adam Cole. Because it looks like Alistair's going to have something with Killian Dane for like a #1 contender for Sienna Almas's title. And I mean, right now in NXT, the king of the indies, so to speak, is Adam Cole.
It would make sense.
It would make sense for Velveteen to go after Adam Cole, or for Adam Cole to answer Velveteen Dream. That's what I think. I haven't looked into the spoilers as well, but that was the first name that came to mind when he called out the indie guys, was Adam Cole.
Unless it's somebody new coming from the indies.
Yeah, like a Ricochet maybe.
That's pretty interesting. I was actually gonna ask you guys who you thought it was gonna be, because I had no idea. I think this is a work. It's not a shoot. But again, it's so fantastic that you can't really distinguish. Just Velveteen, baby. But what I thought was gonna happen was I had no thoughts, man. That was hard. It was a hard one.
What do you guys think of his actual words?
I felt it was real. I mean,
well, what I mean is like homegrown talent. No. Like, is homegrown talent better than indie guys, or what he's actually saying? What do you guys think about that?
Well, I don't know, because like with his gimmick, so to speak, his character, it works with WWE.
Yeah.
And not that it won't work outside of it, but you see a lot of indie guys when they come to WWE. Some of them, they don't actually work out because WWE actually changes their character to mask it towards the WWE audience. And the WWE audience is accepted of it just because it's WWE, but a lot of the actual indie fans that followed that superstar, they might not agree with it.
Yeah.
I think this is a stunt, not a stunt, but more of a tactic to get the marks more involved in it. As in, I mean, they're already involved in everything, but to trigger them, in other words, to actually like pull the trigger on something to where they're just pissed, you know, like right away. People from the indie.
Wow, that was
Hey,
all
I'm
you,
here
man.
today.
That was all you.
That was all me. People from the indies like started responding to him right away, like saying, "Yo, you shouldn't be talking to."
Really?
Like, yeah, dude. Like, I was watching Ollie Davis. Shout out to Ollie. Anyways,
And Wrestle Talk.
Shout out to Wrestle Talk. Make sure you follow and subscribe them on Google Plus. Anyways, yeah, man. People from the indies are responding to him, saying that he shouldn't be talking what he doesn't know. And then I found out a few facts about him, that he actually worked in the indies. Not as big. He wasn't over. He wasn't anything.
I think everybody works in the indies at a certain point. Everybody, like, well, not everybody. Let's say 90% of the wrestlers, even the Miz, worked the indies for 6 months before joining WWE. The only example I can think that never did indies is Roman Reigns.
Brock Lesnar.
Oh, well, obviously, Brock Lesnar, Roman
Would you
Reigns.
Consider
Because John Cena was in the indies for like
OVW
3 months or whatever.
Kinda.
Well, no, before OVW.
Oh, really?
He did some
okay.
little shows
Alright.
in California.
would you guys consider OVW as indies or
No.
No,
that's
that's
an
the time.
NXT.
It used to be their
That's
developmental.
NXT.
Yeah. Cool.
But yeah, like everybody goes through the indies. I mean, so
True.
it's just he's talking about guys that actually make a name for themselves in the indies. The Seth Rollins, the Dean Ambroses, the Kevin Owens,
The Daniel Bryan.
the
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan, the
And then they come to
Sami
WWE.
Zayn's. But they usually succeed. It takes them time, but they usually succeed.
Yeah, definitely.
Because-
Especially someone as brilliant as the Velveteen Dream right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I was thinking, now that I got time to think about it, what if Leo Rush answers his call, man?
Well, what's going on with Leo Rush? Like, nothing at all, right?
Exactly.
He didn't join 205, which we thought he was gonna do.
Mhm.
What
Well,
the
I know
fuck?
recently he just had a child. I don't know. I don't remember if it was a son or a daughter, but I saw on Twitter that he had posted that he had just recently had a child, and then I guess I'm assuming with all the stuff that happened last year with the whole Emma situation and his tweet, like I guess the bridges he's trying to build back. I mean, I guess it's taken longer than normal because
Yeah.
if people didn't know, I mean, he was supposed to be the final member of the 205 Live crew, not Buddy Murphy.
Yeah.
And then about like a week before, they switched the decision to Buddy Murphy. So I mean, Leo Rush did have something going for him, and now it just nobody knows what's happening with
Yeah,
him.
nobody. And just because of a stupid mistake, like,
Yeah, a simple, stupid mistake, man. Like, and like I was thinking, maybe it's been long enough. Like, hopefully he does. I'm saying, because if he's making a shout out to the indie people, like he's going outside the realm of WWE. So right here with that storyline, you could fuck with anything, literally. So if he's talking about that, what if Leo Rush comes out and be like, "Yo, bro, don't forget your roots," and then like he shows the little pictures when they were tag team champs in some indie brand and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, again, he brought the indies in it. Now why can't they, like, why can someone else be like, "Yo, don't forget where you came from," or what got you here? Like, you know what I mean? Just to start a feud.
But I think if it's Leo Rush, to me, it's a step down for Velveteen. Like,
No,
it has,
bro.
I think so. Just because
the
of the character in NXT.
Character-wise, yeah.
Stamina-wise, okay.
Because,
okay.
I mean, Leo Rush is amazing, but he's not on the same level right now with the Velveteen Dream.
Yeah,
Yeah,
as far as
that's
character.
what I meant. Yeah. Like,
Okay.
I mean, I don't know
I mean,
Leo
it would
Rush's
be
capabilities.
great for Leo Rush because that will put him on the map. But
Yeah,
for
definitely.
Velveteen Dream, I mean, unless they have great matches, which they can.
With Velveteen winning and then him gaining Leo Rush's respect, and that's how they build up Leo Rush. But again, it's just like a fallback for Velveteen. Like, it's bringing him down. Like, he should have a main event
And it
fight.
actually makes sense if it's Adam Cole. Because, I mean, we
Yeah.
all know that.
Or Ricochet, just because To me, they have the name.
Because we know Aleister Black is probably the next one in line for the championship. And I'm pretty sure Andrade is about to drop it because he's about to move up.
Yeah.
But then Adam Cole needs something to do. Like, he has nothing to do right now. So it will be perfect.
Yeah, because Undisputed, I mean, the other two guys are the tag team champions. And now they're doing the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. So obviously they need a number one contender, and that's what the Tag Team Classic is for. And then Sanity is part of the tournament. The only thing with Sanity though is you don't know who's gonna be part of it.
True.
Because I mean, with them they kind of have like the Freebird rule, and like what the New Day has, where it'll be any of the three members. Two of them are gonna be in the tag team match. So that's one thing. Like Adam Cole basically is kind of like the odd man out of the Undisputed Era right now.
Yeah. Damn, that's pretty dope. And they barely announced this, I believe, last week.
Yeah, like 2-3 days ago, and then they just recently put out the bracket.
Yeah. I had seen in NXT that they had mentioned that they were starting it up, but they hadn't put up a bracket or anything. So at this point, I still haven't seen the bracket, Tony. By any chance, would you happen to have that on you, bro?
I'm glad you asked.
Damn, Tony in the clutch.
Thanks to our good friend Jose.
Shout out to Jose. You see, that's why we missed you, homie.
So the first round matchups are the Street Profits versus Heavy Machinery.
Ooh.
And then Tino Sabatelli and Riddick Moss versus the Team of Sanity.
Well, that's an easy one.
Yeah. And then on the other side of the bracket, we got TM61 versus the Authors of Pain, last year's Dusty Rhodes Classic winners.
Hey, that should be a good match.
Yeah. And then we got, representing the UK, Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch versus the team of Mustache Mountain.
Oh, shit.
Trent Seven and Tyler Bate.
Are they actually calling it that?
Yeah, they're actually calling him Mustache Mountain.
Oh, shit. We just need one more member, but I don't know if we should mention that here.
Wink.
Wink. There you go. We'll save it just in case, guys. Shout out to my... shout out to Triple H for being awesome so far. But yeah, man, that should be interesting. And so far, the thing I like about the Dusty Rhodes Classic is that the champs coming out of it, man, they don't look weak. Unlike the Andre the Giant Memorial champion and stuff like that. Like this one, like I love how meaningful it is to the wrestlers.
Yeah. Well, the first one I wasn't very. But who won the first one? Samoa Joe and Finn Balor.
Yeah, that one. It was just a throw. It was just a throw-in team.
It wasn't even a tag team.
Yeah.
Like they beat Gable and Jordan. Yeah, Gable and Jordan.
American Alpha, not known at the time.
Yeah, and the other tag team was Enzo and Cass.
Yeah,
who were real tag teams at the time. Well, Enzo and Cass were good. They were actually really good in NXT, so that's why I didn't like the first one.
It was just two main eventers put together.
I mean, that started a feud though.
Yeah, it
between
did.
Finn and.
But if you're gonna introduce a brand new tournament, brand new anything, like you want the winners to be like of that description. Like it's a tag team classic, so you want a real tag team to win it.
Yeah. And then last year it was Authors of Pain, right?
Yeah. They just completely dominated.
And they're still like, even though they're on a losing streak, they're still dominating with the War Games, everything, man. Overall, what they're doing, they're showing their character, which is in a beautiful way. Another WWE made guys, right?
Yeah.
They're beautiful, bro. The way they wrestle, and they look like beasts. They're monsters, just like the Bludgeon Brothers when we saw them. Those guys were monsters.
Now on this one, I'm pretty sure they're gonna lose in the first round. They go against TM61.
Yeah, I think they're
probably
the
favorite to
heavy
win
favorites. Yeah.
TM61 versus Heavy Machinery in the final.
No, I think it's gonna be Sanity.
Sanity, definitely, bro. Because it's the two football fuckboys versus Sanity first, right?
Yeah, I don't. And then because in the last time they had a tag match, versus the Street Profits, I believe.
Yeah.
Riddick Moss and Tino Sabatelli, they basically I think Riddick Moss punched Tino or something like that, but they basically showed tension that team was about to break up.
Yeah.
So I think Sanity's getting the clear victory. The Street Profits, Heavy Machinery, that one's like a toss-up for me.
Really?
Yeah, because I mean they've been highlighting Heavy Machinery and Street Profits.
And this is the thing with Street Profits, they already showed that they're not scared of anything, because to have a chance to have a title shot at the last takeover, they had to go through Authors of Pain. And like when William Regal told them that they initially started with like the oh crap face, but then they're like, Mr. Regal, we're not gonna let you down, and they were hyped about it. So I was like, hey, it shows that they're not scared of anything, no matter what it is. Because if anybody would have been like, hey, you're against AOP, I'd be like, nah, bro, here's my contract, screw you. Just give me my $1,000 for jobbing.
And so when is War Machine actually gonna be introduced?
That's one thing that caught me off guard. Like, I was hoping maybe like they would leave like a question mark bracket, or they would actually
unless they
announce
attack
the
somebody and they take their spot.
Riddick Moss and Tino.
Yeah.
That would be the only team. But to have them
then
against
again,
Sanity,
they will have to win.
that's
Like
why
the tournament.
That's why. And then
Yeah, because Undisputed themselves, they showed that they just come in and beat anybody up. So what if they do it to Sanity, or what if they do it to somebody, you know? Hopefully someone irrelevant.
or maybe what if they don't debut until the finale? Like, what if whoever wins the finale
And then they get destroyed by War Machine.
and then they get destroyed by War Machine, and then we end up
true.
having a triple threat tag team?
Yeah, since again, this tournament is actually held dearly by marks and by
Yeah.
wrestling just in general.
And I mean, there's already a storyline between War Machine and Undisputed. They don't need to do anything. The
Right,
marks know.
right.
Oh, I don't.
No, definitely.
Oh, well, yeah, there's a
I'm
story
assuming because
behind
of the
it.
indies.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
a big
okay.
story behind it.
From the Red Dragons
Yeah,
back in the day.
for
Okay.
New Japan.
Oh,
There's
Wing,
right.
wing. But yeah, going back to it, make sure you guys subscribe, and make sure you hit that follow on Instagram, Twitter, everything, guys. Make sure you subscribe so you can listen to us. I mean, you already listen to us, but make sure you tell your mama, make sure you tell your daddy, make sure you tell your sister, make sure you tell your dog, your turtle, your fish, your bitch, your hoe, anybody. Just tell anybody to subscribe on
We're going that
iTunes
way.
and Google Play. The Midcard Express. So, Mr. Gato, what is our next point, sir?
Brock Lesnar.
Oh, will he? Won't he? The story of Brock Lesnar. I feel. I mean, for those of you who don't know, I mean, Brock's contract is up sometime next year.
Oh no!
Right?
It's up after WrestleMania. That's
Oh,
his
really?
last
That's
date.
how soon it is?
That's his last
Oh,
date.
okay. All right. So yeah, people have been wondering whether he's going back to the UFC, just leaving WWE in general and just living his life, or actually gonna stick in WWE. I think he's gonna leave. I don't think UFC, just because I mean he's already done everything. He's already proved everything. Plus the talent there. I mean, I think he'll thrive there right now, just because the heavyweight division itself is pretty weak sauce.
Yeah, it is.
Like, I think he can go in there with a full training camp and everything. Like, he can actually take over. But I think, honestly, he's just going to retire completely. I don't see him.
I see him signing one more year.
With
Why do you say
WWE?
that?
Yeah, with WWE.
Well, I mean, I know because of the money, because for
Because
him,
of the money. I mean, it's an easy schedule. The
But-
money.
But remember too, man, things are kind of changing. So, do you think, like, I'm pretty sure at this point, like, Triple H is, yo, bro,
Yeah.
we're trying to save money first off to properly like showcase talent, and this fool's never here. Like, marks know it, and it's already kind of changed. It's changing, bro. It's changing a lot.
It's changing, but unfortunately, they will give Brock whatever he wants. I mean, they will
Vince
take
will,
the
huh?
title away from him, and the title is not gonna be.
Well,
he's
that's
gonna
definitely
lose.
going to happen. But
Oh, okay, I
But
see.
I think he's staying for one more year.
if he does, I really hope, because of the Ronda Rousey going to Raw,
Yeah.
I really hope they actually move him to SmackDown.
Yeah.
Because he can have some great moments. I mean, we've saw him with AJ,
Yeah.
Brock versus Shinsuke, from like a throwback to New Japan. I mean, Brock versus Rusev. I mean,
Now, I actually believe if he signs, we're not gonna see him at all until SummerSlam.
to like the big four.
when he goes
5.
against
Oh,
Bobby
yeah, it's
Lashley,
5 now.
probably.
Or
If
maybe
they
now
can
every
have
pay-per-view,
Lashley.
no?
No,
Nah.
I think he'll just be the big.
It's even gonna be a worse schedule than before.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if he signs. Now, what do I want him to? No, I want him to retire, go home to Sable, and have a beautiful
Damn.
life.
Shut
Well,
up.
that's
Go
not
to that
bad.
ranch life.
I mean, yeah, that's what he wants. All he likes.
That's why, yeah.
He already has all the money in the world.
No, he doesn't.
Doesn't?
Nobody does.
Okay, whatever. He has all the money he needs.
True.
And I mean, it will be great for him to just to leave and retire and have a happy life.
Yeah, I think retire is the best bet.
At least from wrestling.
I mean, if he wants one more fight in UFC, I'm all for it. I mean,
Yeah,
we're gonna watch it.
Definitely.
I don't care what he does in the UFC.
But you're gonna watch it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Speaking of Brock Lesnar, what about Paul Heyman? If Brock leaves, is he gonna still stay in the company?
Oh, most definitely.
He has to.
Is the rumor, or the rumor people is
Wait, there's a rumor?
there's a rumor.
What's the rumor?
Roman Reigns, the next Paul
Roman
Heyman.
Reigns?
No, I
Yeah,
don't.
that's the rumor. That
No.
will be that's the heavy rumor right now after WrestleMania.
Is it Meltzer confirmed? Because
I don't know if it's Meltzer confirmed
Bro,
or not.
the crowd, like, not even Paul Heyman can save Roman
Oh
Reigns.
no! This will be a Roman Reigns full blown heel turn.
Like-
no,
like
that's
straight
never
out-
gonna happen.
Sorry, Tony, but you're gonna get mad. So straight out, like, when he's just gonna
So
serve a
people will
purpose,
be-
like when
People
Punk.
will be pissed off because why is Paul Heyman with this piece of shit?
Oh,
That's
Sure.
why, yeah. Like, I don't see it happening. I don't see them turning Roman heel because he's the next John Cena. And as
What-
much as we always wanted John Cena to turn heel, Roman's never gonna turn heel.
this is the
Yeah,
thing.
but Roman Reigns has never had the connection with the kids. That's the only
Yeah,
reason why
exactly.
John Cena is not turned heel, because of that connection with the kids. Kids don't like Roman Reigns. Some of them like, some of them don't. He's pretty much
Bitches.
women who get wet when they see fucking Roman
And what
Reigns.
does
I don't
bitches
blame
love?
him.
A
No,
bad
me
boy,
neither,
dog.
me
A
neither.
bad boy.
But
So that way Roman can be in the next 50 Shades of whatever, 50 Shades of Me Fucking You Harder, or whatever the next
But
one is.
because as long as Roman's on Raw, I don't see it happening. Because the one who has the biggest connection, obviously, is AJ. And unless they move AJ to Raw and Roman to SmackDown, then I would consider it. But at the same time, I don't see it happening.
yeah. But it does make sense from the fact that Paul Heyman has always talked about Roman Reigns as the next guy. He has always put
True.
Roman Reigns as
Well, yeah, in his
the
promos,
greatest.
when
Not
he
only
gets
his
them out.
promos, on his real interviews, he always puts Roman Reigns as the greatest fucking wrestler in the company.
Yep.
Well,
Always.
he is. I mean, yeah, fans hate
so
him and
it
everything.
kind of makes sense, and that's kind of the Paul Heyman guy. If you draw a Paul Heyman guy, you'll see Roman Reigns, a big badass motherfucker. Now the other option, and I think me and you agree, it should be Ronda Rousey because it makes sense.
It does make sense.
Like UFC fighter, I don't know, Julio look at us like,
The way I think about the way my face looks when they say CM Punk is Julio's face when we say Ronda Rousey.
So I think
Yeah.
Ronda with Paul Heyman. First of all, because Paul Heyman always said if there's gonna be a Paul Heyman girl, it's gonna be Ronda Rousey.
Then that's why. Like, he's had plenty of Paul Heyman guys, like CM
Yeah.
Punk. I mean, Curtis Axel back in the day, which that completely fit.
Cesaro.
Cesaro, yeah.
So I mean, you need to have a female, especially now with the signing of Ronda Rousey. The women's division is. It
Yeah, I
looks
mean,
like they're showcasing it more than the men's at times. So
It's
you
the same
need-
thing. It's the
Yeah.
baddest woman in the planet.
Exactly.
You can actually do exactly the same gimmick just for women.
Yeah.
What do you
I-
think, Julio?
And it actually makes sense. And I think I would like it better because I don't want to see her talk.
But you've never seen her talk.
I just like
We will
talking
see her
shit.
this Sunday.
Yeah, exactly.
And what
I-
should be the main
honestly-
event of Elimination Chamber.
Honestly, I don't think she's gonna talk.
So she's just gonna stare at the WrestleMania sign the entire time, mad dogging it like.
We'll save that later for the predictions, but I don't think we're gonna hear Ronda Rousey speak anytime soon.
Yeah, it would make her more like a savage or a cold, badass motherfucker. You know what I mean? So, hey, let's see what happens, dog. Never know till you see it, right?
And then I don't know, like part of what happened on Raw, like feels like they're kind of backtracking now with the Nia Jax Asuka. Because at first, when they first announced it, they're all like, well, if Nia Jax wins, then the Raw Women's Championship at Raw will be a triple threat. Like, Nia Jax will enter it.
Yeah.
And then just recently on this Monday night, they announced, we're all like, if Nia Jax wins, then she'll be implemented into whatever title match Asuka is in. So I mean, even if Asuka decides to pick Charlotte, which is still my prediction, Nia Jax will be involved in the SmackDown Women's Championship. But I think it's just WWE saving face because they realize, well, we basically gave it away that Asuka's gonna choose Raw,
right?
By saying, oh, well, Nia Jax is gonna be in it. Nia Jax is gonna be in it, and finally at the last minute, somebody finally told them that, hey, you guys are keep saying Raw instead of actually saying, oh, well, who Asuka is gonna face herself.
I mean, they're really stupid with those kind of things. I mean, Shinsuke Nakamura announcing it's AJ Styles. Like, oh my god, you don't even know who the fuck the champion is for WrestleMania.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
They make a lot of mistakes like that. A lot. Like, it's really, I don't even know if they're actually watching their own show, but like they make a lot of those few little mistakes.
Right.
Like a lot.
Like you're saying, like what is the guarantee that it's gonna be AJ Styles versus Shinsuke? Like, what if
I mean,
Tony's
I
right?
wouldn't doubting it. Like, there's a big doubt in my mind that it's gonna be AJ and Shinsuke, or might be AJ, Shinsuke, and somebody else.
Oh my god!
Because they really love their triple threats.
Yeah, they really love more than they don't want one-on-one apparently.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, we'll save it for the predictions, but like there's like a 20% chance that it might be a triple threat at WrestleMania for the championship.
Oh my god! I don't even want to do the predictions no more.
Speaking of Monday Night Raw, that Gauntlet match, 2 hours.
Ooh.
Oh man, that was beautiful.
Great. That shows you that you don't need a 40-minute opening promo to hook up people.
You don't even need multiple promos in the show.
Let's go 2 hours of the same fucking match. You showcase 7 people greatly, especially 2, Braun Strowman and Seth Rollins.
Who was the second guy? I just remember Braun.
Yeah, Seth Rollins.
I just remember Braun, the guy who won the match.
Yeah, well,
Sorry.
Sometimes you don't even need to win the match to be showcased.
I'm pretty sure you do.
No,
that's
you
how
don't.
that's how champions are made. I mean, nobody ever gives the title to the loser of the championship.
Yeah, but this is not a real fight.
To them it was.
This is not a real fight.
It's still real to me.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Especially when you defeat back-to-back Roman Reigns and John Cena. And not only that,
was it for a title?
Not
though?
only
'Cause
that, not all matches are for titles. This match wasn't for a title neither. What actually got me excited is the fact that John Cena actually tried. You can see when John Cena is actually invested into a match, because that little part of the Gauntlet match, it's the best thing I've seen in a year probably on Monday Night Raw. That little John Cena versus Seth Rollins. Just that one.
The first 2 matches, Seth versus Roman and Seth versus John,
was great, but it was good. But the second one was great.
Well, yeah,
that John Cena, and you can see that they're trying to salvage, I guess, Seth Rollins, because John Cena was putting an effort into making sure everybody knew who Seth Rollins was.
Yeah, like even after the match in their interview, like in the backstage, like he even said, like, take no credit away from Seth Rollins, like he had a great match. But John Cena, he's like, oh, well, I'm going to focus on the Elimination Chamber now. But this was Seth Rollins' moment.
Yeah. You can see that they're trying to do, it's either because he's going to be added into a triple threat or because he's going to go against Kurt Angle, which it's what it looks like it's going to happen to Mania. But this was an effort from Vince or Cena to make sure Seth Rollins was showcased. And he was. Like, seeing that things he did in that fucking match, he went up from 6.5 to 6.6.
Well, he was already at 6.7, I remember.
So he went up a little bit.
Yo, I can't lie, this guy's pretty talented. And
wow, whoa, can you repeat that?
This guy's pretty talented.
Who?
And
Can you say who this guy, quote unquote, is?
Seth Rollins.
There we go. Thank you.
Is
a 7.
All right, next segment. No, just kidding. Nah.
That was the whole fucking show.
You know what? I almost shed a tear at how beautiful Seth Rollins was portrayed. I still kind of, when I see him wrestle, I still cringe. I'm like, ugh. But he did a great job. Like, goddamn. Like, the emotion, everything in general.
And it actually put Elias over the fact that Elias was the one that eliminated Seth.
Yeah, it gave him, not only did it gave him a little heel push too, man. The crowd right away, boo, nah, dude. Again, mad props to him. He's talented, and this is what I want to see more of him, because that's the reason I don't like him, because I don't like anything he does, like anything. As in, like, the way he was portrayed.
Was because you didn't follow him right before the injury.
Yeah, I didn't.
Oh, okay then.
So to me, he wasn't impressive. But this match is like, yo, more of this, please. And then maybe he'll be a 6.8.
Oh my god! But yeah, I mean, they're trying to save Seth's career, I guess, or something, because he doesn't have anything. So now they're probably gonna go with Kurt Angle. Maybe they go with that triple threat idea that I've been floating around.
Oh no, they're fucking triple threat.
That one though
That would
actually
be
makes
the
more
triple threat.
sense
Yeah, that.
because it would be. Well, I'll save it
Yeah,
for
we'll
later.
save it,
yeah.
but it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It does make sense because everybody has a
So-
little story with everybody.
Yeah, compared
Okay,
to
you guys are
who
gonna have
the
to remind
possible
me. Yeah, we'll
elimination
tell you
winner
later
and
in the
Seth and
predictions.
Brock. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But I mean, even Finn, they showcased Finn in the little feud with Elias
Yeah.
and with
The Miz.
Miz. Really good. Like it was and then Braun just came at the end, destroy everybody. That way it should be.
Exactly.
Shout out to Braun, being a badass motherfucker.
Because on Sunday when they eliminate him, pretty sure it's gonna be Roman Reigns, of course, or Cena. But it's gonna be like a collective effort to eliminate Braun Strowman.
It has to be. Yeah.
Like they're gonna destroy Braun Strowman some way, but that's the way it's gonna go.
Who is Braun Strowman throwing on top of the cage? Well, not on top, but like throwing him towards the top, and they're gonna catch on.
Finn Balor. He's
Yeah,
the smallest
that's
guy,
right,
so
that's
it has to
right.
be.
But let's save it for the predictions.
That's awesome. I just wanted to know.
What else happened in Raw after the 2 hours of the Gauntlet
Oh,
match?
well, it looks like Mickey James has finally come around to become Alexa Bliss's friend.
Yeah.
Shut up. Because there was, a 6-woman tag match of Mickey James,
Bailey and Sasha.
Bailey and Sasha versus Absolution, Sonya Deville, and Mandy Rose with Alexa Bliss. And, I mean, like always, which is a great showcase, Absolution gets the pin. And then they start attacking their opponents, first taking out Sasha Banks and Bailey. And then Alexa Bliss is looking excited, like, yeah, like, beat them up, there you go. But then obviously she realizes soon that she's not part of Absolution, so Absolution isn't going to look out for her.
Right.
They're after her title. So then they start making their way to attack Alexa Bliss. And then, surprisingly, Mickey James comes in and saves her. And then I think it was a pretty good moment where they both set up Sonya Deville for a DDT. And then Mickey James on one half doing her yell. And then Alexa Bliss, like moving her fingers, because they both have, their DDT finisher.
Finger popping.
Yeah, and then they do the DDT on Sonya, and then they both walk out together, hugging each other, basically showing that they have each other's back. Allegedly.
Nah, I mean, I think they're gonna go with it for Sunday.
Well, yeah, until possibly they're against each other.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a prediction I was gonna ask. So who's gonna win? But
Yeah.
we'll save it.
We'll save it.
Oh, and then Asuka was supposed to have a match, I guess, or she was supposed to cut a promo.
Yeah, cut a
and
promo on
Nia
Jax.
Jax just came in and destroyed her.
Yeah, and then Apollo and Titles beat the Bar again, right?
That was on Raw?
I was on Raw, yeah.
Oh, they completely skipped that then, because
Oh,
I saw the replay on Hulu, and that wasn't even part
Yeah,
of it.
yeah, they beat. That's why they after Monday Night Raw they challenged the Bar because they beat him again.
Oh, okay. Then.
So apparently now they deserve a title shot, which they're getting.
Worldwide.
Yes, Julio, they are getting a title
The
shot.
future,
Yeah, I actually saw it, bro. That's all I was
future
like.
tag team champions right there.
No.
You know what? I will
Apollo
actually...
can't lose. Apollo can't lose.
Cruz can. Oh, because we can name
Jose,
him
how
Cruz.
dare you?
How
How
dare
dare
you.
you? So insensitive.
What? The fact that I can name him Cruz, call him Cruz.
That's right. We'll
Because
put it on
apparently
TV.
Vince McMahon don't like to name some people. I mean, he
No.
took away
Antonio Cesaro.
Antonio Cesaro, Alexander from Rusev. What else?
Perking from
Oh,
TJP.
yeah.
Oh, well, that one they just gave him initials. That technically they didn't really like take the name.
I had a full list here.
Damn. Shout out to my homie having a full list. And just in case you guys didn't know, you are listening to the Midcard Express. Make sure you follow and subscribe on iTunes and Google Play.
Oh, Sheamus used to be.
Oh,
I don't remember.
Oh, Shanahan or something like that. Yeah.
And Elias.
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
he used to be a Samson?
Yeah.
But what Elias had his entrance music for the first time in like a year.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
the first time he actually comes
yeah,
into
that's
there
true,
with
yeah.
an entrance.
That's right. I didn't notice that.
Yeah,
Because
dude.
honestly, when he came out, I was like, "Who the hell is
hell's
this
that?
guy?" And then I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh yeah, it's Elias."
I was expecting the or something, his guitar.
Or like freaking, I forgot the announcer's name, but she's all like, "Oh, ladies and gentlemen,
JoJo?
JoJo?
Yeah, Bray Wyatt's a girl.
Bray Wyatt's.
Damn,
Oh,
baby
speaking
doll.
of Bray Wyatt, apparently he's not paying his alimony. He's paying $14,000 per month to his ex-wife.
Or he's supposed to
Holy
be.
crap.
14,000 guys.
JoJo is one expensive bitch.
No. To his ex-wife.
No, that's what we're saying though.
Exactly.
But like to keep her. Though.
Oh yeah, but I mean, no, he's not paying the money. That's actually whatever. That's
Dude,
That's
that
the
was what's
problem.
reported.
14,000?
But I mean, who the fuck needs $14,000 per month
For one kid.
for one kid? Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
Holy fuck.
for one kid, Julio.
Nah, fuck that shit.
Because all that money, it's not a child support. It's the alimony money, which is different. That's only for her.
That's when you get separated.
yeah.
Fuck that. So you know what, Julio? Never get married. You're right.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
And then that was pretty much it for Raw.
Yeah.
Like,
But it was a good show.
Yeah, it was just the Gauntlet match, and then the women's. Like again, like Hulu never showed me the tag team, so I
the
didn't
thing
even know
about-
that happened.
That's the thing about Hulu, man. It's great showing you the main event in the shows, but like little matches and everything like that, it cuts them off,
Well,
man.
it's actually WWE.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
send it edit like that.
Yeah.
So they're literally just sending you the YouTube highlights, like, whoa, the ones that did great. You know what I mean? But this time I actually was able to catch, not live, but I was able to watch the 3-hour show. And it did not feel like 3 hours. The reason being because I knew, again, they were going to cut some things out. But the Gauntlet match, it was pretty dope, man. It was smart. It was a really smart decision because stuff has been slowly been dying for both shows. Raw has been picking it up, but after this one, they really picked it up. Again, the one thing I love, no authority figure, no nothing, no manager interrupting, wasting time.
I mean, Kurt Angle was there for like one segment, I think.
Yeah.
And it was a little segment.
Yeah, it wasn't something where you're like, fuck, again, you're going to be wasting my time. Yeah.
And from great, we go to the worst.
But
for
wait,
the
first
week.
though, to note from that night, Seth Rollins actually broke the record for longest
that's right.
longest time in the ring as a competitor.
On a Monday
breaking-
I know
night.
Monday Night Raw.
Breaking his protege or his master Triple H's record.
Oh, no
But-
shit. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
but Triple H's though it was under a 60-minute Iron Man match, so I mean he had to stay in the ring for an hour.
So in that case, oh wait, but Raw. Never mind. I was thinking SmackDown. Anyways,
Well, it was for all of WWE though.
then it should have been Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar, which they had the Iron Man match
Well,
too.
that's another 1 hour. Seth Rollins did an hour and 5 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was 65 minutes. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it
cool.
was only for Raw. The Triple H one was on Raw. That's why it's Triple
Yeah.
H.
Oh, okay. It makes sense.
Because John Cena and Shawn Michaels did 50-something minutes too. It was just a regular match.
Yeah.
On Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania, I think. So now let's go to SmackDown. Oh my god.
Why even bother talking about it?
Like, literally, I tried to watch it.
I watched it live and I was like, I just wasted 2 hours of my life.
Like, it was so bad. Like, there was nothing. Like, the house show was way better than the fucking
Yeah,
televised
I
show.
agree.
Like, it's I don't know. I mean, the head writer is Road Dogg, and I loved he tweeted something at Billy Gunn. He's like, Billy Gunn is gay, and then Billy Gunn comes back.
I like
and
how
he's
you love that part.
Right.
No. And then Billy Gunn comes back. He's like, well, I'm gay, but at least I didn't write SmackDown into the ground.
Whoa.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
It's because, I mean, the Road Dogg has, I don't know what the fuck he's writing. Honestly, like, Rusev wasn't on the show. Just
Yeah.
Let's begin with that. Why the fuck is Rusev Day not on the show?
Like, even Rusev came out and did a video. He's like, hey, y'all, remember what was dearly noted? He's all like, haven't been on the show ever since.
Yeah.
So you don't showcase your most over guy. The New Day won the number one contender.
By controversy again.
And I mean, I love the New Day.
Like, the chemistry between the New Day and Usos is great, but at the same time, I mean, you have to showcase your other talent.
Yeah. And especially now, because we want to talk about the dual brand pay-per-views now. Then from now on...
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about, like, how they're building the Usos, basically, to have their WrestleMania match against the Bludgeon Brothers.
Yep.
And, by the way, the Usos are they going to make it to the main card? Because they haven't made it to the main card of the WrestleMania in the last...
They deserve it. Like,
they deserve
the
it.
Usos.
But if it's the Bludgeon Brothers, I don't think it's gonna be a WrestleMania main card.
It is gonna be the Bludgeon Brothers.
It's gonna be a kickoff show.
And then
match.
Again, the Usos, like, oh my god. Like, honestly, when right before they did their character change and they were still with the whole Hawaiian, like Polynesian or whatever race they are, with the whole face paint and everything.
Samoan?
Yeah.
So, but isn't it like Polynesian though or something? Oh, like actual like Samoan?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like Polynesian or something special.
Nah, bro.
All right, my bad. Sorry. But
shout out to the Usos.
But yeah, like, honestly, that act was just getting stale and old, and I was like, yo, I don't care about your chance, none of that. And then they go into this character change. Like, at first they started as a heel, now they're face, and it just works perfectly. And I honestly think they deserve like an act, even if it's the first match of WrestleMania. They deserve a main card match.
Yeah, they do deserve it. But that might be the reason why they're doing this New Day, because they might be like a Fatal 4-Way Tag Team Championship match or something like that. Instead of being a 1-on-1.
It depends how long the pre-show is, because with the pre-show you're having, more than likely you're going to have...
It's going to be 2 hours.
Yeah, but you're more than likely going to have the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal for the men's, and now there's talks for a women's... Yeah, for the China Memorial Battle Royal for the women's, so more than likely both of them are going to take up the 2-hour spot.
And then you got to remember also more than... do you guys think the Cruiserweight Championship's going to be in the pre-show, or it's going to be in the main event?
I think it's going to be in the main card, just because Triple H has a say in it now.
True. Now I think it's going to be in the main card.
And I think it should, because since it's a one-on-one, it should display what 205 is doing now. You know what I mean? Especially, again, I know we've had this talk and this controversy about what WrestleMania and who should be watching. But according to the people that are supposed to be watching, it's a great way to showcase the new 205.
Yeah.
And I think the prediction I have for the finale, I think those two guys can put on a great match.
But is that people gonna be invested into the match? Even, I mean, we know, but that's the problem. Are the people gonna be invested into the match?
No, but
because I think the idea for a 205 match, like I told you, it should be the new ladder match. If they're gonna have a ladder match that they always want to have for some reason at WrestleMania,
well, that's because they took away the Money in the Bank, so they always replace it with the ladder.
If it's gonna be a ladder match, that should be the one, because that's how you can showcase all of the 205 guidelines.
I think this year it's either gonna be the United States Championship or it's gonna be the Raw Tag Team titles.
Yeah. So
just because those two champions don't really have a set direction and a set opponent.
Yeah.
Like, might as well put in other opponents as well.
But that match is gonna be over just because of it's a ladder match.
Yeah.
So if it was a ladder match for the 205 championship or the Cruiserweight championship, I'm sorry, and everybody will be showcased, and then those guys are the perfect ones for the fucking ladder.
Well,
match.
that's what I think. That's what I'm saying though. Like the finale guys who I think will be in it. I mean, people won't really be invested because nobody really stays up to watch 205 live.
Yeah, true.
But the name power behind like them, I guess, would be part of it.
Well, I mean, for the marks, of course. I don't know for the casual fans.
Yeah, but WrestleMania is the marks capital, though.
That's why I'm hoping that they showcase their difference.
I know. Because there's more casual fans watching WrestleMania than a regular pay-per-view.
I mean, the ones that actually go, though. Like, the ones that actually spend the money.
But there's a lot of kids, though, on the stands. Like, a lot of kids. Like, it's like, let's say, 65% marks, 35% casual little kids.
That's still good odds.
Kind of, yeah. That would be the...
Well, that was straight to the point.
But Now it's gonna be more repetitive with the stupid matches because now everybody it's just pay-per-view are gonna be dual branded, so there's not gonna be more SmackDown exclusives or Raw exclusives. You heard about that, right, Julio?
Yeah, I did, man, and I actually think that's for the better, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because now we're not gonna get, as much as I love him, we're not gonna get 3 pay-per-views in a row where the main event's Jinder Mahal versus Randy Orton. Like, we're actually gonna get some new.
Okay. Yes, I agree with you guys, but then you're actually gonna get to see the same guys always.
Yeah.
Like
The main eventers, yeah.
Like you will never there's not gonna be a chance for new guys to come. Like the story of Jinder Mahal will have never happened on this fucking pay-per-view dual brand thing. Never.
Possibly, but at the same time, I mean, it was a lot of times people weren't really gonna get to showcase anyways, just because, especially on Raw, because with Brock Lesnar more than likely dropping the title, you're gonna add the Universal title match itself into the card.
And
Plus,
what gets me worried is how many matches are they gonna put for SmackDown on a fucking actual pay-per-view? Like 2, 3? SmackDown already sucks. Now you're gonna have this, and you're gonna have all the matches from Raw.
I think it's basically just gonna be like a contest of champions every single pay-per-view, where like the main card is all the champions, whether they're defending their title or they're in like a tag team kind of match, or and then maybe like on the pre-show you'll get one SmackDown and one Raw match.
I'm pretty sure in the pre-shows you will get 3 SmackDown and no Raw, and now it's gonna be 4 hours every pay-per-view.
Well, that's why though, because since they're all going to be dual branded, they want to actually showcase both shows.
And I think the major 4 ones are gonna go up to 5 hours now.
Well,
Like
there's
the main
5
card.
major ones now. Like now, technically,
But I don't think Money in the
Bank.
Bank is gonna go to 5 hours. But the other 4, they're gonna go up to 5 hours plus 2 hours of kickoff show, so 7 hours.
Fuck that,
Well,
bro.
since last year's WrestleMania, that was like 9 hours.
It was
the
7,
pre-show.
no?
No,
The
it was
pre-show.
7 hours total.
Exactly. But
No,
like,
it was 6 hours and 20 minutes.
But like the
total.
people who were actually there, it was like 9 hours.
That
total,
shit
'cause,
was
like, the
popping
hours-
since
Oh, yeah,
freaking
I mean, that's
Thursday, bro.
The people who go there, it's different.
Well, yeah, but that's why like WWE has been implementing like time, little by little, to extend the time of all their pay-per-views. That's why they started adding pre-shows, and now like they're gonna like start the pre-show an extra hour early to give that pay-per-view an extra hour.
And don't get me wrong, you can pull up a 6-hour show. Look at New Japan. They can do it, and they always do it, and it's always great.
That was a good morning.
It was.
Yeah.
But if you put good matches, doesn't matter if it's how long was that shit? 6 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, good
It
amount.
started at 1 a.m.
Yeah,
local.
if the matches are good enough, then people aren't going to care about the time.
Yeah.
Definitely,
If you're
man.
just throwing if you're just throwing people out there just to showcase talent, just to put the names out there and not actually let people work at the best of their abilities, then yeah, people aren't going to get tired of it.
Yeah, man, definitely. And finally, but not least, this segment is gonna go mainly to my boy Tony Baby, because his man
Oh, the Hall of Fame announcement?
Double J.
Wow. I have to talk about the indies, but let's go with
Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
let's talk about the more important things first.
Dig.
So for if you've been living under a rock, or I mean, you just literally don't know how to read, or if you're deaf, sorry about that.
Shout out to my deaf people, even though you can't hear me.
The newest inductee to the WWE Hall of Fame is Double J, the man himself, Jeff Jarrett, which was a shock to basically all the marks out there, because nobody ever thought Jeff Jarrett was ever going to be in the WWE Hall of Fame.
Right. And the current WWE fans, and even maybe the old ones, were like, who?
Yeah. Well, yeah, some dude posted up a video on like Twitter of like actually live on Raw. It was like some lady when after they announced the Jeff Jarrett, like it pans to it, like shows her in the corner, and she's asking her husband or boyfriend, whatever. She's like, "Who the fuck is that?" Like, she doesn't know.
and the boyfriend was like, I don't know.
Such hate.
I don't hate him. They don't.
I mean, I felt it was deserved, and
Wow.
right now a lot of the biggest back and forth people are talking about is like, well, who's gonna induct Jeff Jarrett? Half the people are like saying
Jim Cornette.
No, half the people are saying
Grangle.
if it's a good inductee, it's gonna or
Dixie Carter.
Talker, yeah, it's gonna be Dixie Carter. But if Vince McMahon's gonna troll everyone, then it's gonna be Kurt Angle. Yeah, that's like who the odds are right now.
AJ Styles.
Samoa Joe.
I don't know. Austin Aries. I know. EC3.
Damn, that's the only reason he got signed so he could do his speech.
No, but yeah, I like because I actually like Jeff Jarrett. Like he's great. I mean,
Why is he great?
Yeah. What?
Like, I'm just asking for fellow.
he's like
people that don't know.
He's like one of the greatest intercontinental champions of all time. He's what, like a 5-time or 6-time champion?
I think it's 6.
He's up there with some of the greatest. I mean, there's other wrestlers in the Hall of Fame that I felt Jeff Jarrett should have earned it a long time ago. I mean, I don't know the whole story behind him, the hate between him and Vince McMahon.
I don't care about the hate.
I don't really care about the background stuff. I just care about in-ring ability. Like, Jeff Jarrett deserves a Hall of Fame.
So you're just saying overall as a wrestler you enjoyed him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And an act himself. Like, when he was a heel, I hated him. When he was a face, like, he was great. I mean,
True.
When they first announced when I first saw Elias, the first thing I saw was Jeff Jarrett. I'm like, bro, just plant that guitar on someone's head.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, when you're not even the best guitar gimmick wrestler of all time, you can't even be in the Hall of Fame. Because I mean, Elias is better than him.
Whoa.
By far.
I don't think
I mean,
that.
the honky tonk man is better than him.
Oh, that's fighting words right there, dog. That's fighting words.
All right, the podcast is over.
Damn. See you guys.
I just die.
Like that Spider-Man one. Your post just gave me cancer.
Wow, dude. Seriously. All right. But I guess we can move on from this now.
No, I want to hear what says output. Why do you hate Jeff Jarrett so much?
I don't hate
why do you
him.
dislike the Hall of Fame? His Hall of Fame nod?
Yeah, why do you dislike that?
I mean, it's a Hall of Fame. For me, the guy never did it. I mean, let's take away the whatever he did, and you can edit his name later.
What about inside WWE? Not outside.
No. I mean, you can count the TNA stuff as well.
Because this is the WWE Hall of Fame. That's what I'm saying. Just look at what he did in WWE.
I don't hate the guy. Like, there's other people, there's other wrestlers that I hate. You know who I'm talking about? The guy that killed people.
Oh.
But even
you're talking about Chris Jericho.
No.
The dead man. The dead man.
The dead man walking. No, not walking anymore, actually. But even that guy, if you take away everything else, he would have deserved a Hall of Fame, even though I never liked him. Yeah. But this guy, I don't see it. And like, if he's a Hall of Fame, then Zack Ryder is gonna be a Hall of Famer.
Oh my god.
Mojo Rawley is gonna be a Hall of Famer.
Comparing him to Zack? Oh my god.
I mean, Zack Ryder is gonna be a Hall of Famer. Unfortunately, he is gonna be a Hall of Famer. If this guy's a Hall of Famer, I mean, like, even Julio. Let's induct Julio into the Hall of Fame.
Okay, now you're just being disrespectful. Like, you make it seem like he is like one of the worst wrestlers.
No, he's not one of the worst.
Comparing him to Mojo Rawley is...
Yo, first off, you've never seen me wrestle, so shut the fuck up.
Oh, wow, sorry.
Yeah,
sorry.
okay.
Backyard Beaner, sorry.
That's a good promotion.
The Backyard Beaner promotion.
Wow.
It's a little bean jumping.
Guys, if you're listening to it, we're actually gonna make a Backyard Beaner promotion, probably.
Backyard Beaner promotion.
Tony is gonna be the booker, so only big guys and sweaty men are gonna
I'm gonna
win
be
the
Jim
title.
Cornette. I'm gonna be the Jim Cornette.
Yeah, Jesus is gonna win the title. Shout out to Jesus.
Wow.
Well, anyway, speaking of
Speaking of indies, I thought.
That's it.
Yeah.
I just don't think he's worth of a Hall of Fame. That's it. He wasn't bad. It's just I don't hate him. I truly don't.
Well, when you throw out comparisons to Mojo Rawley, that's pretty strong.
Well, I exaggerate a little bit.
You're gonna get.
But
those
I mean,
hands.
Zack Ryder. That's a good point. Zack Ryder is just 3-4-time Intercontinental Champion. He's a decent wrestler, and he's gonna be into the Hall of Fame because WWE inducts anybody. Like literally anybody.
I don't think anybody.
Anybody.
I don't think
Anybody.
I don't think anybody.
Out of this crop of people, who's not gonna be a Hall of Famer? Like literally, pretty much everybody's gonna be a Hall of Famer. Out of this crop of wrestlers, everybody's gonna be a Hall of Famer.
Well, because right now it's pretty, like, in terms of, like, wrestling abilities, they're all pretty high.
Yeah, but I mean, WWE inducts anybody.
Not anybody.
Donald Trump is in the Hall of Fame.
Shout out to Donald Trump.
Snoop Dogg
The
is in
POTUS?
yeah.
I mean, why? I mean, he deserves a Hall of Fame. He deserves every Hall of Fame there is.
He is the president, isn't he?
Exactly.
So? I mean, we're not here to talk about that shit.
Okay.
Hey, but he's in the WWE Hall of Fame.
So going
And China is
so
not.
so moving in.
There
Oh,
you
that she deserves. She doesn't deserve it. But anyways,
She
so
doesn't deserve it?
No.
China
But anyway, so
doesn't?
moving on to another wrestler who I completely dislike, Kenny Omega himself.
Well, you don't like him?
No,
He
it's
never
all about
has.
it's all about Team Cody. He needs to step back in line.
Now that the waves are divided, he chose his side, dog.
Well,
Yeah.
you can choose a side, but okay, whatever.
Yeah.
So the
He's
Golden Lovers.
good. He's good, but I mean, I picked Chris Jericho over him. I picked Cody Rhodes over him. Like,
Yeah, that doesn't mean he's not good. Like,
no, I'm not saying he's not good. I'm just saying I don't like him.
Okay.
I'm just saying I'm choosing my side.
Okay.
Shout out to Liberty.
So going to the Honor Rising pay-per-view.
So yesterday was the first time in like 3 years they actually come out together. Kenny and Kota Ibushi,
What's the name of the faction?
Golden Lovers.
Shout out to my Golden Lovers.
They had a 3-on-3 match with Chase Daniels. I remember. Chase Daniels, Kota Ibushi, and Kenny Omega versus Cody, not Rhodes.
The Bullet Club.
No, not the Bullet Club. Cody, Hangman Page, and Marty Scurll.
The
That's-
Bullet Club.
No.
I'm pretty sure all three members are part of the Bullet Club.
And Kenny Omega is still the leader of the Bullet Club.
I don't
Yeah,
really
he
think
is.
the leader.
He
He's
is
just
the
some
leader.
guy.
No,
He's the leader.
I don't
Until
see
he
that.
loses that battle, he's the leader.
I don't see that.
I mean, Tama Tonga is more of a leader than Cody Rhodes right now.
Just because he doesn't give a fuck?
Yeah.
That's not a real leader.
No, Tamatonga's enjoying the V, bro. He doesn't give a fuck.
Exactly. Cody Rhodes
At
is the
the
leader.
end, I
he
think-
cares about his people. Like
I
mean,
think there's a civil war, so there's gonna be more than one person leaving. It's gonna be like 3 elite people leaving the Bullet Club.
he
The
good. I
elite.
don't need him.
The
Maybe.
elite. Break it down.
Wow.
Break it down.
Wow. You're just like Josh.
You know what? Don't
And-
you ever insult me like that ever again.
And tonight we're actually gonna have 2-on-2 between Marty Scurll and Cody. Who, by the way, Marty Scurll
Bullet
he
Club.
actually tweeted, "I didn't choose this match. Why the fuck am I in this match?"
Unagreed to this.
And Kenny and Kota, because Hangman Page is actually on a Young Buck. I think they're defending their trio title today, the Hung Bucks, as they
Yeah,
call
the Hung
themselves.
Bucks.
Nice.
Damn. What a shame. What a shame.
Well, I mean, the Cody Kenny Omega match is breaking records in Ring of Honor. Apparently, they already surpassed their ticket sales of all time for their WrestleMania weekend show. I think Cody is gonna win their match.
No.
Yes. No. You think Kenny Omega is gonna win the match?
Yes.
Okay.
Because that'll be the biggest curveball. I mean, Kenny doesn't need the win, obviously, but I just don't feel that they're right now. I just don't feel that the direction going to Cody as the leader.
Not
Right,
even, but
it's
not Kenny neither. Kenny wants to do his Golden Lover thing before he jumps the ship, because he's leaving New Japan after this year. Even if he doesn't come to WWE, he's gonna
Where
leave.
else is he gonna go?
He must just do indies for a year, like
Pull
nothing
a
but
Kota
indies.
Ibushi and just cruise.
Do indies.
Yeah.
Literally just do indies, because he's probably tired of living in Japan. I mean, it's been like 9 years. It's a long time for a Canadian to be living over there. And he actually lives in Japan. It's not like the Young Bucks who just go back and forth. He actually lives in Japan. Just like Carl Anderson did it for 10 years or something
Yeah,
like that.
it was a while.
Like, it's a long time for any American Canadian to live in Japan. It's different culture. You get tired of it. And I mean, I think it's time for Kenny to cash in, to go to WWE and get a good money contract, and that's it.
Just chill.
Chill like Shinsuke is doing it, because that's what Shinsuke is doing. He's chilling.
Shout out to Shinsuke.
Fuck that fool.
Oh, well, guys, I think that's it for the week, because I think it was a pretty impactful week. Impactful in the way that it changed a lot of ways for Elimination Chamber storylines. Let's see what's coming up, because thing keeps changing, but you know that you keep track here at the Midcard Express, so make sure you guys follow and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button in iTunes and Google Play. Don't forget Google Plus. So, I think that's it for this week then, guys.
Yeah, that's it.
I guess, yeah.
Tony, baby, I appreciate your presence.
You should.
Do you have a sign off?
Nah.
Well, I do, but like I usually wait until after you say bye, everybody.
All right, whatever. Jose, thank you for being here. I'm sorry. Gato, because it's been brought to my attention that our audience gets mad when we call you by your name. So, Senor
No,
Gato.
they don't get mad because of you calling me Jose. They get mad because you were blaming me for your bitterness last week, and today I actually make way less mistakes than you.
Yeah, you fucked up a lot.
A lot. I wonder why.
We know why.
Shout out to my green lovers out there. But again, guys, thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you listen and we don't bore you again. If we do, I don't know why you're listening, so make sure you stick. And I'll see you guys later.
Part.